Internal communication constitutes a central pillar of organizational resilience during crises, shaping the ability of institutions to coordinate action, maintain operational continuity, and sustain trust among staff and volunteers. In moments of disruption, the effectiveness of internal communication determines whether organizations respond with coherence or fragmentation. Crisis contexts are characterized by uncertainty, rapid change, and heightened pressure on organizational systems. Under these conditions, the timely and structured flow of information becomes essential. Internal communication ensures that individuals understand evolving circumstances, align with organizational priorities, and perform their roles effectively. It transforms dispersed actors into a coordinated system capable of collective response. The effectiveness of internal communication depends on clarity, consistency, and accessibility. Messages must convey essential information without ambiguity, enabling personnel to act decisively even in complex situations. Regular updates play a critical role in maintaining situational awareness, reducing uncertainty, and preventing the spread of misinformation. When communication is delayed or inconsistent, confusion can emerge, undermining both efficiency and trust. The use of multiple communication channels enhances reach and inclusivity, particularly in environments where access to technology varies. Combining digital platforms with direct interpersonal communication ensures that information reaches all members of the organization. This multi-channel approach also increases redundancy, allowing communication to continue even if one channel becomes unavailable. Internal communication is not limited to one-directional information flow. Feedback mechanisms create spaces for dialogue, enabling staff and volunteers to express concerns, ask questions, and contribute insights. This two-way exchange strengthens organizational responsiveness by integrating diverse perspectives into decision-making processes. It also reinforces a sense of inclusion, which is critical for maintaining engagement during periods of stress. Maintaining morale represents another essential dimension of internal communication. Crises place significant emotional and physical demands on personnel, and the way organizations communicate can either alleviate or intensify these pressures. Recognition of contributions, acknowledgement of challenges, and the provision of emotional support contribute to a sense of solidarity and shared purpose. Transparent communication about difficulties further strengthens trust, as it demonstrates honesty and accountability. The organization of information flows also plays a crucial role in ensuring efficiency. Centralized platforms for storing and disseminating information allow personnel to access relevant materials quickly and reliably. Structured processes for message approval and distribution ensure consistency across communications, reducing the risk of conflicting or inaccurate information. These systems support coordinated action by providing a stable informational framework within dynamic environments. Preparedness for crisis communication requires continuous training and simulation. Scenario-based exercises enable staff and volunteers to practice response protocols, develop familiarity with communication systems, and build confidence in their roles. Through these exercises, organizations can identify weaknesses, refine procedures, and enhance overall readiness. Reflection following simulations further contributes to learning, allowing teams to integrate experience into improved practices. Empirical examples from diverse contexts demonstrate the practical importance of structured internal communication. In situations of large-scale disruption, organizations that establish clear communication channels and maintain regular updates are better able to coordinate volunteers, allocate resources, and sustain operations. These cases illustrate that communication is not a secondary function, but a central component of effective crisis management. At the same time, internal communication faces specific challenges, particularly in low-resource environments. Limited infrastructure, dispersed teams, and varying levels of access to technology complicate the transmission of information. Addressing these challenges requires flexibility and innovation, including the use of accessible technologies and the adaptation of communication strategies to local conditions. Internal crisis communication is therefore both a technical and relational process. It involves the design of systems and protocols, but also depends on trust, empathy, and organizational culture. Effective communication fosters cohesion, enabling individuals to function as part of a unified system rather than isolated actors. The integration of structured communication practices strengthens not only immediate response, but long-term organizational capacity. By embedding communication within broader preparedness strategies, organizations develop the ability to respond consistently and effectively across different crisis scenarios. Internal communication thus emerges as a foundational element of crisis management. Through clarity, inclusivity, and continuous engagement, it enables organizations to navigate uncertainty, sustain morale, and maintain coordinated action. When effectively implemented, it transforms crisis response from reactive improvisation into structured and resilient practice.